उमंग के पंखों there are those who will see you free when you know your worth. You'll know the difference.
Om Shanti Bhagini.
There are those who will see you. They're free.
Om Shanti. Om. Om. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Very warm welcome from Women to Women. Today's session is going to be taken by Gopi Didi. But what have we learned? We have learned to be calm and you will always be happy. It is indeed a radical act of love just to sit down and be quiet for a time by yourself. Meditation is not spacing out or running away. In fact, it is being totally honest with ourselves. And we learn it the hard way. The thing about meditation is you become more and more and more of you. I meditate so that my mind cannot complicate my life. And I have learned that from BK. Can I introduce to Gopi Didi?
Namaste, Om Shanti.
Namaste, Om Shanti.
Welcome.
Om
Welcome.
Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Wonderful to see you all
Om Shanti.
on this beautiful Sunday morning. I have been with the Brahma Kumaris since childhood. My parents and my family were associated since 1976. And after that, a short while after that, when I was aged 8, I had my first meditation experience. and the experience of the sweetness of the soul and the bliss of God and the Supreme. And that moment in my childhood, when I experienced such bliss and peace, and it was out of this world, this experience, that I realized as I grew older in my life, I kept asking myself the question, what is my source of power? Because when I experienced such beautiful feelings, and I realized that all of these experiences are inside the self and in that eternal relationship with God, with the Supreme, then what am I still taking power from? Where have I put my plug? Which socket have I put my plug into? Because wherever I've plugged myself into, I'm drawing some kind of sustenance support from it. And of course, at some point, if there's a power failure, and I don't get that, and that support falls away, then what am I left with? I may be left with fear. I may be left with worry. I may be left with a distress and anger. And so from childhood, I was very, very much aware that I have to make God and the soul inside my primary source of power, not a secondary source, but my primary source of power. And I had this deep feeling, you know, that when we live in a soulful way, you know, we have this beautiful term in Hindi for soul, Atma. But what does it mean to be spiritual? It means to feel yourself, to be the soul, feel the qualities of the soul, feel the qualities of God, and use them in your life for yourself and for others. And that's being soulful. You know, there are many people in the world that know about the soul. Many people. Out of all those people, maybe there's a few that believe that they are souls. Yes, we believe we are souls. But out of those few, there are even fewer that feel, I am a soul living amongst souls. Do you see the difference? One is to know, another is to believe, but then put it on a shelf. But the third is to start living it. I am a soul living amongst souls. Maybe all of you may have seen that little picture that's from Buddhism. You know, the circle that's half the chi circle, it's called the half black and half white with two dots on either end. You know that one? In the Buddhist, I can't remember what it is, but the philosophy goes that when something gets to an extreme, so in the black part of the circle, there's a white dot at the bottom. In the white part of a circle, there's a black dot. When something comes to an extreme, there is always a small window of opening that takes you to the other side. And when you think about our life now, that we've come to the extremes of materialism. And materialism and body consciousness and investing in the body hasn't brought us happiness. It hasn't. Anyway, we know that anything related to the body is going to degrade. And so we spend so much time and money trying to slow down degradation, whereas that's a natural process. Aging is a natural process. And yet, there is a whole industry that makes you, quote unquote, lets you buy into the belief that you can always stay forever young if you use this cream and this product. Right? And so, does this matter when I am a soul? I am an eternal being. I am imperishable. There is so much peace in this awareness. Why do we experience fear in our lives? Because fear is connected with something finishing. I'm going to lose something. Something is coming to an end. But when you step into and make the switch into soul awareness, soulfulness, then suddenly I am an eternal soul, an imperishable soul, in this moment in time now, having a human experience. So suddenly I am not the human experience. So if I'm experiencing pain, I don't have to be afraid of the pain. I am an eternal soul, imperishable. And the body is experiencing pain. I feel pain, but I am not pain. Fear goes. When you practice very, very deep soul consciousness, you release yourself from two things: fear and worry. Because both of these energies are linked to possessiveness, mine. Something is mine. My body is mine. This table is mine. The house is mine. And actually, you know, I have lived many years, spent a lot of time with Dadi Janki. Some of you may know her, the former administrative head of the Brahma Kumaris, who lived to 104. And Dadi was so mentally stable because she accepted this deep, deep reality at a very deep level. Nothing is mine. Nothing is mine. Look, just logically and rationally think through this. Okay, we say this house I live in is mine. Okay, did you build it yourself? Did you build the bricks? Did you buy the mortar? Did you do everything yourself? Even if you did, then where did all the material come from? Did you create the material to build the house? You are sitting in a building that is built from a cooperation of many, many things. Even the chair you're sitting on is made by somebody else. So what is the reality? The reality is this whole world operates on the basis of cooperation. If you didn't have a plumber, you wouldn't have water running in your home. If you didn't have an electrician, you wouldn't have electricity in your home. If you didn't have a civil engineer, you wouldn't be sitting in a house. So there's a massive cooperative network. So where did this word mine come in from? How is it that we have created this illusion in our head that this is mine? And this is something that I saw very deeply when Dadi went very deep into the experience of the soul and the supreme. You let go of this false belief that something is mine. We are trustees of everything, but nothing is mine. It can't be. The soul came naked. The soul has to go naked. Even this body, this Prakruti, is dust, goes to dust. The earth, Mother Earth will take it. So how can I say this is mine? And there is only one thing I feel in my experience that I can say with authority is mine. That's God. Because, you know, as a being, as a spiritual being, a soul, God is the eternal parent, mother, father, friend. We may have physical companions around us, but we are being sustained by God through them. At the end of the day, the eternal link is between soul and supreme. Human beings will come and go like seasons. Yeah? But you don't make a season a lifetime. So if in my heart, I deeply make my primary source of power the supreme, this one I can say with full authority is mine. There's so much freedom. And wonderful thing, the topic today is forget and forgive. And I was remembering in Hindi, अरे सब भूल जाते हो तो forgive करने की क्या बात है? If you forget everything, then what is there left to forgive? But how do I have to live inside myself so that I don't let anything stick? Now, if I perform any actions because of greed, desire, something for the comfort of the body, that's excessive, then of course I will enter into competition with someone else. I'll enter into comparison with other people. And that's when I build a bridge of somebody exercising their power on me, trying to control me, trying to tell me what to do. I basically, when I say to somebody, you are mine, I am giving them permission to do whatever they want with me. So if they praise me, it's okay. If they defame me, I'll accept that too. Because mine, at a very fundamental level, is linked to attachment. Now, if we live with the energy of attachment, not the energy of love, attachment brings worry. Attachment also is linked to expectation. And this destroys love. And then we say, yes, but I love you, dear. But they don't feel any love from you. So as a society, we've become so confused with what is love. What is real spiritual love? And so out of attachment, you are mine, you have to do this, you have to do that. And so we create these contracts between us where we keep destroying each other's dignity. But we have given permission for that. If you have not given someone permission, they cannot hurt you. The only reason you give them permission is because you're still holding on to something. There's something that is mera, mine there. My idea, my opinion, my way, your mine, some form of mine is still there. You finish the mine, nobody can touch you. Whatever each person is doing is their own expression of karma. कहते हैं ना हिंदी में, उनको ही भोगना पड़ेगा. Means that they will have to suffer the consequences of their own action. Because the karmic law is like an echo chamber. If I speak negative, all of it echoes and comes right back to me. So when nothing is mine, then whatever they do echoes back to them. They're just playing their part. I don't let it stick on me. Why did they say this to me? Well, who is the me? Your image. You're protecting your image. But it's such a temporary thing because you are much deeper than your image. You are a precious, subtle Shakti, a life force. You are a powerful soul. And this is the one single practice. It's that little pinhole in the Zen cycle that if you enter into soul consciousness and start living in a soulful way, no frequency of body consciousness, of negativity can affect you. Many times people say to me, but sister, how there's so much negativity in the world. How can you be spiritual in a world like this? And I say to them, well, think about radio stations. How many different frequencies does a single radio station have? Many. 988, 92, 95, 105, so many. And if you tune into one frequency, you hear only the information at that frequency, right? So classic FM, you hear classical music. Radio 1, you hear pop music, right? The latest music. You won't hear classical music in Radio 1 FM. So there's something about the way frequencies work, that if you tune into a particular frequency, then all you will hear is that information. You will not hear any other information. So what does meditation do? Meditation tunes me into the spiritual frequency. I am an eternal, imperishable soul. I am a child of the Supreme. And suddenly, all the wisdom that's in the soul, touchings from God, God's powers, God's virtues, is available to me as an intelligence. That frequency is very, very subtle. It requires me to make myself very silent inside, tune my consciousness here, and practice more silence to be able to listen to the depth of the soul and to listen to God. So that's all this is. In our life, I'm not making effort to fight anything. No, say, we're all in a jungle. What are you going to do? Cut down all the trees? No, you're going to find a safe path through the jungle. That means keep your frequency tuned in to the spiritual so that you can be guided by the subtle. And you will find a safe path through the jungle. You cannot blame the jungle for being a jungle. Kanto ka jungle hai. It's a jungle of thorns. How are you going to blame this thorn and blame that thorn and blame this thorn? No. Intelligence says, be careful where you put your feet. So everything is, where is my consciousness? And the safest and most secure consciousness is I am soul. I am eternal. I am imperishable. And I am living in this moment now with you, fully present as an eternal soul. Gopi is only a role. Gopi is just a small product of a much bigger identity. It's only the front face, because in this world, we need to place you. We need to say, okay, this is from Africa. She's an Indian. She's this. She's got this name. Okay, but that's like 10% of your identity. It's not who I am. And so this, I feel over so many years of practicing meditation, going into the depth of the soul, allows me to feel the beauty of God and to draw God's powers, God's mercy, God's love into my life. So that even if people throw stones at a tree, what does a tree give back? Fruit. Yeah, bharpoor karna hai khud ko. We have to make ourselves overflowing, right? But tuning of this consciousness is the pinhole that we have to work with. And this is a beautiful exercise we have to do every day. Because, you know, forgive is very deeply linked to the word to forego. Means to let something go, forego. Now just think about it at a practical level. Time. The moment comes, and then time takes it on. What am I doing here? Am I moving with time to the next moment? Or am I still holding on to the last moment? So somewhere here, my clock is stuck. My clock is stuck in some old moments when time around me is moving forward. Even time has intelligence to let go. And if you were to work with moment to moment, I am an eternal, imperishable soul. In this moment now, having a human experience. It's past. Now I'm having another experience. That's past. Now I'm having another experience. You would learn so much in a day and you'd never be upset about anything. And then guess what? There's nothing to forgive. Because you've foregone everything. You've let everything go as it comes. Does that make sense? This is natural life. This is spiritual reality. And we've bought into many different other concepts that are not real, but they feel real. So let's stop for some meditation now. I'm going to request that all of you sit up straight wherever you are. A straight spine is very important because it allows the oxygen and circulation. Put both feet on the floor if you're there. Sitting cross-legged is also fine. And just follow my words. And if in between your mind wanders off, don't worry about it. Come back to the words. So just for a few moments, allow yourself to become present here and now. Feel your feet on the ground. You're sitting on the chair. And just feel your body now. And now feel your breath. This prana, this breath, brings life to this body. Just tune into the gentle rhythm of your breath. It's so subtle. And now just follow your breath to its source. Who is drawing in this breath? Who is sitting inside, making this body breathe? There's a life force inside. Very, very subtle Shakti, an energy. Just feel that energy. That's a living energy inside. That gives life to this body. That gives commands to this body through thoughts. This life force is even more subtle than thought. It is the creator of all my thoughts. And now visualize all that energy rising up from your legs up, from your arms up, and concentrating behind these eyes. When all this energy concentrates, different colors concentrate, they become white light. And I let myself become a star of peace. A tiny star, very subtle energy. That is the living flame in the temple of this body. And I feel a little detachment from the body. And that's okay, because this is who I am. And I suddenly feel so light inside. I've let go of the burden of name and fame and roles and position, everything linked to the body. And I've let myself become light, a star of light. In the center of this forehead, and now slowly, in the mind, repeat this sentence 3 times in your mind. And every time you repeat it, let yourself feel it. I, the soul, am a being of peace. I, the soul, am a being of peace. I, the soul, am a being of peace. Let yourself go into the bottom of that ocean of peace. The surface of the ocean has many waves, thoughts. It's okay. You just go into the depth of the ocean, to the source of everything. I, the soul, am a being of peace. I am eternal. I have lived many lives, adopted many costumes. I am a rich treasure store of wisdom and experience. I am an eternal soul. And whatever I am, however I am, I belong to the Supreme. Say this to yourself 3 times in your mind. Whatever I am, however I am, I belong. Whatever I am, however I am, I belong. Whatever I am, however I am, I belong. And feel the inner peace and silence of the eternal bond between the soul and the Supreme Soul. One light connects with another light. And there is a transfer of light and light. And I am deeply and spiritually recharged. I, the soul inside, belong to God, the Supreme. I am a child of God. Let the silence and the eternity of this connection support you. This is your primary source of power. And now slowly open your eyes and look out in front of you. And just be aware that you are sitting inside as an eternal soul, looking out through these eyes in the awareness of your connection, your eternal connection with God. And just look out at all the souls in front of you. Each one of us sitting here. We are all souls. Each one eternally connected to God. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Wonderful feeling.
Beautiful experience. Beautiful.
Good
Very well
sensation.
explained.
Enjoyed it. Oh, it was lovely in another world.
Very relaxing, Didi.
It's so nourishing. Huh?
It is, yes.
This is reality. And this we only did for 10 minutes.
Enough for the whole day.
Yeah, imagine if you do half an hour. You'll be super women. हाँ, शक्ति तो यहाँ से मिलती है. This is where you get power from. And this power never runs out because it's eternal. And so, you know, when I think of how Dadi Janki arrived at 104, we would say to Dadi, and it's not that Dadi had so many health complications all her life, bronchitis, costochondritis, diabetes, urine issues, you know, so many issues. But still, she would say, wo chala raha hai. He's the one making me move. And because she had accumulated this practice, the practice was very strong, it was a reality. So she never got tired. We would get tired. She never got tired. It was a miracle of God's power at work.
That's lovely.
It will take us time to connect, Didi.
See, very simple. Science tells us when you wake up in the morning, what you do in the first 10, 15 minutes of your day creates the whole mood of your day.
Yeah.
Okay? So the trick is you have to protect your morning time and how when you wake up from sleep and how you go to sleep. You know, even in Bhakti, they say how you are born influences your whole life. How you die then also influences how you're born.
Right, yeah.
So if you take care of these two bookends, morning and night, same. How am I waking up from my sleep today? Then your whole day goes well. How am I preparing myself to go to sleep today? Then you'll wake up well too.
That's true.
And that's where we have to start. And we are careless with both these things.
True. Very true.
Very true.
And that's why all the spiritual knowledge and information we have doesn't work for us.
Doesn't work, yeah.
Because in the morning time, this is the time for this abhyas, this practice. Leave your mobile phone in the next room. Yeah, what happens nowadays? Good morning, not good morning soul, good morning God, good morning mobile phone, good morning Twitter, good morning Facebook.
Facebook, yeah, true.
And before the soul has even had a chance to be with itself and experience this sweetness, you are plugging the mind, the soul's mind, into 10 different social feeds.
Yes, true, true. Very
So
true.
from the beginning of the day, you have invited all these influences.
Very
Of
true.
course, you're going to struggle during the day.
Yeah, true.
That's true.
True. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, you try this for 1 week. The first half hour of your morning is yours. Means under se, from inside. I am soul, I'm waking up today. Thank you, body. Thank you, life. Thank you, God. Then brush your teeth, have a little tea, sit, have a guided meditation. Take yourself into the swimming pool of this bliss and peace. And you see all these thoughts, pure thoughts and good feelings that you create.
True.
They create your mood. So it's like you build your own fortress.
Yeah.
And then you know how powerful mood is. If you're in a good mood, even if it's raining outside, you'll see the good.
Let it rain. Yeah.
True. Very true.
But if you're in a bad mood, even if it's sunny outside, you'll still find the nooks and everything.
It's true.
So
Very
that's what I'm
true.
saying. These are little secrets.
Very true.
Create your mood. You start the day with the best mood.
Positive thought.
And then at the end of the day, many, many people are careless with the end of the day.
True, true.
You come from all different things in the day, switch on the TV, watch a movie, go to sleep, eat something, go to sleep. But so much heaviness you're carrying. And you know what happens when you sleep? Everything in your short-term memory is going into your long-term memory.
Mm.
And it's actually subtly becoming a belief, a self-belief. So if you think in the day, my mind is picking up so many impressions. Okay, I seen this, I seen that, I seen the other. Then all these influences are going into my long-term memory, and I'm starting to believe that's what I am. Then who am I? I get confused about who I am. So imagine your mind like a slideshow with lots and lots of pictures on it at the end of the day. It's confused.
Mhm. That's true.
And then you go to sleep in that state, sir bhari hai, your head's heavy. And you then start having bad dreams.
Yeah.
Right? Because what is your subconscious doing? Your subconscious is trying to sort out all this data you took into your mind in the day because you didn't do the simple effort of cleaning your mind before going to bed. And then your subconscious has to work hard. Your body doesn't rest. The soul doesn't rest. You wake up the next day feeling as flat as a pancake. And then you think, oh, another day, how am I going to, okay, let me try and motivate myself and be positive and listen to something positive. But you're feeling more and more depressed.
With a heavy head.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So what I'm saying, don't do this to yourself. 1 week, you put yourself in a discipline and try this. Make a plan for your morning, the first half an hour. Definitely in that first half an hour, you need 15 minutes of meditation like this. Okay. And then in the evening, before you go to bed, you write everything out and give it to God. And you finish with 5-10 minutes of meditation. Then go to sleep. Because when you clear the clutter from your mind, you let go, upar wale ko de do, aapka kya jata hai? What's it to you anyway? It's like if you, our Dadi ji, before Prakashmani Dadi, she was so light. I used to say to her, you're the administrative head of such a big organization. How do you stay so light when so many problems come to you every day? And she said, very simple. I go to bed at night and I think today is act 1 of scene 1 of the drama finished. Tomorrow, act 2 of scene 1 will begin again.
Yeah, it's true.
So why should I take all that rubbish to bed?
Yeah, true.
We do clutter. Too many thoughts.
Yeah, because you haven't put into place a practice.
Yeah.
practice of cleaning yourself before you go to bed. Right? That's all you have to do. This is not rocket science. It's a practice to look after your mind, your mental state. And if you do this for 1 week, I guarantee you will notice a difference in yourself by the end of the week.
Discipline.
Okay.
Very well
you.
said. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Really nice.
Didi, can I ask you a question?
Thank you.
Yes.
You know, going back to forgetting and forgiving, do you think it's our ego that prevents us from forgetting and forgiving?
I think you're right.
One of them.
But when we say what is ego, what is the consciousness of form's I that is not the soul? See, if you say to yourself, I am a soul, then all the other I's are suddenly limited. I'm a businessman. I'm a husband. I'm a father. This is like roles. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So when you live off the limited I of these roles, then if your child says something you don't like, oh, how can you speak to me like this? I'm your father. I'm your father. No, the reality in that moment is I'm a soul speaking to another soul. So I'm not going to respond back to the child to say, I'm your father. No, you're a soul. I'm going to respond back with respect.
So, yeah.
That's why it's important to stay in the pride of being the soul, but not the arrogance of being your role.
Wonderful. Well
True.
said.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
That's true.
Thank you.
Can I ask one
Thank you.
question?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to take what you just said, that no matter how hard in the beginning it happens, the way forward is just keep telling yourself, even something wrong is happening from the other side, to say that I'm a soul, so I don't respond, react to that, but kind of transform that I'm a soul. And I'm just talking to a soul. So how should I respect? Is that the way forward? I know
Yes.
it will take time to practice that.
You know, it's a different dimension. When you step into this thing, I am a soul, and I'm only dealing with another soul. It equalizes everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Then you can see what's really going on. If that soul is expressing, saying something bad, it means they're hurt. You see there's something going on in the soul.
Yeah.
They're hurt. That's why they're speaking like that.
Yeah. True.
You see my point?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Then what
that's
can
the
we-
beauty of this consciousness, is you get to really see what's going on. And what happens is when I'm not in soul consciousness and I'm in my own ego of who I am, then I only see the behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's wrong.
And I can't, it's not wrong. I just don't see the full picture. So, you know, everything is natural. I want to come out of right and wrong. Because look, even in nature, look at all these ped pode. They all grow next to each other. All the trees, and there's a vine going on a tree. The tree doesn't complain, why are you growing on me?
On me.
Yeah.
There's
True.
some weeds growing through beautiful flowers. The flowers don't say, why are you growing through me? Nature is natural. Everything has a space to grow and whatever, but it's how we adjust ourselves to everything. And so when we practice soul consciousness, we adjust ourselves because we start to see what's really going on. Yeah, the tree in nature doesn't have the arrogance, oh, I'm an oak tree. You can't wrap yourself around me. You go somewhere else. There is no self-consciousness even in nature. So why do we experience self-consciousness? That's very different to soul consciousness. Self-consciousness means you're conscious of your body, how you look, how you are perceived by others, what your position in society is. All of that is self-consciousness. And that will get you into trouble.
Probably,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
definitely.
But soul consciousness, Immediately, nothing is mine. I'm a soul. You're a soul. Okay, let's start again.
Mm.
And
Didi, you
got
know
a
what
space so
worked for
light.
me? What
Yes.
worked for me when it comes to detachment from your body to soul, while we were meditating just now, it was like I'm in a deep sea, and I'm seeing Nilu go down, the body's going down, and the soul in a form of a light is just going up the sea, up the sea, up the sea. And I'm seeing all the other souls going up the sea as well. And all the bodies are going down. For me, that was a detachment. For me, that is realizing that I am a soul just going up and up and up.
Very beautiful.
That worked for me.
Yeah. That would have been the vibration that gave you that image inside
Yeah,
your mind.
yeah.
And for each
I
one
could
of us,
see my
it's-
body go down. I can see the body going down peacefully down in the ocean, and my soul in a form of a light, not my soul, I am going up and up and up to Baba. And that worked for me.
Yeah. And that's, the more you meditate, each one will get insights. Somebody will get a feeling, somebody will get an image. Whatever it is, it's your unique makeup, a realization. It's your unique gift from yourself because you took the time to be with yourself truthfully.
Very nice. Thank you, Didi.
Thank you.
Om Shanti.
Om
Om Shanti.
Thank you,
Gopi
Shanti.
Didi.
Thank
Really
you.
nice.
Thank you.
Gopi
Thank
Didi,
you very
Gopi
much.
Didi, Gopi Didi, come back. Come back.
Yeah.
Shanti,
I
thank
think
you very much.
Dakshaben is with us at the moment.
I
Dakshaben?
just wanted to say special
Yeah, it
thanks
was really good.
to
That's
Om
Side
Shanti.
at
Can
Gopi.
you please give a second to Didi?
Yeah, I just wanted to say thanks from my side as well. Events leaving for Mount Abu tomorrow at our headquarters. Very busy schedule ahead. She's helping with the health and hygiene infrastructure in our various complexes and at our headquarters, so you can see what kind of lies ahead for us. But thank you for making this time for on your last day here in London. And yes, when you come back, we'll invite you again to share.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Shall we have a
Thank
moment
you.
of silence together?
Yes, please.
Yes.
So just take a moment. Let everything become peaceful again. And step into that awareness. I am an eternal soul. Being of peace. Whatever I am, however I am, I belong. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Good luck, Gopi Didi.
Thank you.
Good
Om
luck.
Shanti.
Shanti.
Good
Have a
luck.
good
Thank
trip.
Om
you.
Shanti.
Can
Thank you.
can you just
Safe
give a
journey.
second, please?
Much.
Can
Thank you
you all
so
give a
much.
second? Thank you very much, Gopi Didi and Daksha Didi. We really appreciate for you to, give us this time. So everybody, your calm mind is the ultimate weapon against your challenges. So you must relax. Empty your mind. Be formless and shameless, like water, like Nilu said, she went into the sea. Now you must put water into a cup. It becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle,
Mind.
it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, be my friend. And that's how we go on about with meditation and learn more from Gopi Didi, Dakshat Didi. All I can say is thank you very much. We really appreciate it. And we'd like to see you again on your return from Mount Abu. Have a safe journey tomorrow. And thank you very much again. We really
Thank you.
Thank you. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Have a safe
Om
journey.
Thank you. Om
Om
Shanti.
Shanti, Om Shanti, Didi, Om
Om
Shanti.
Shanti. Have a
Thank
safe
you.
journey.
Thank you, Panna. It was really
Thank you,
lovely.
Panna Bang.
Thank you, Pannabe.
Thank you, Panna.
Thank
Panna,
you.
very appreciated.
Bye, Panna. Keep
They
well.
all so brilliant.
Bye.
They all so brilliant.
Yeah.
you.
Shanti,
Thank
Thank
Panna.
you.
Om Shanti.
Thank
Badana.
you very much.
Shanti.
Lovely weekend.
Yes.
Yes, you
Thank
too.
you. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you.
Thank you.
Om Shanti.